adjustments are just, all you really have to use is the histogram. So I just find with the color camera, stacking really eliminates the color noise. Oh, good. Good, we can work on this together then. All right, let's go to NGC 6888. Might as well take advantage of it because here's my skies tonight. Looking great. Okay, so I have a feeling that should be okay. Let me just get the guider going. Now, I could have been going to a lot more objects. This doesn't really slow me down. I'm just taking my time to show you all what I'm doing. And I got my bottle of colored water here. 10 to 18 years. The other night, it seemed the noise would be less if I pushed the histogram to the right. Well, what you want to do, though, is you don't want to, especially for a color camera, you don't want to lower the white point too much, Warren. Like go up that way, because you're really going to, thanks for reminding me too to set that back to default. I'm going to go back to default for everything except saturation. I'm going to leave it at 85. Don't use your saturation, by the way, at 128 for color. Black and white, there is no saturation, but for your color camera, do not use 128 default. It is too strong. Stick at between 70 to 100. That's all you need. Okay, what else do I have to close up? Okay, so that's okay. That's fine. Color balance is another one. Default. Okay, because I want everything on default when I'm doing this. So I'll leave this window like that for now, and then I'll expand it for you. I have dark field enabled still, so... Yeah, 150, I wouldn't go beyond that. Sometimes with the black and white, I went to 100. It's okay. The black and white can take a lowering of the white point much more aggressively than the color camera. You're going to get a lot of color noise coming out if you lower the white point too much. From 255, start lowering the number down to under 150. It will cause issues. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my exposure. Now, let's go for 1 minute. Now, these arrows don't work. If I click on this with the mouse, it works with this one, but it doesn't work with the minute. So you just highlight it and just hit the one, and there we go. Just for those new people who just got their cameras and are wondering is something wrong with their camera or software. No, that's the way it is. Yes, that is really a 2 minute. Yeah, I think for the color camera, I wouldn't go, well, even 150 is a little strong. I wouldn't go below 200 probably. But that's just me. With the black and white, I'd go 1 to 150 range. Yeah, 200's sufficient. Okay, now I'm not going to start the capture sequence until I get my image the way I like it. Now my dark is set for 1 minute, but it doesn't matter. You can even use the dark even longer, but I think 1 minute should be enough exposure time, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm not seeing a countdown now, so we must be on the second frame. You know that clock at the bottom right? You know, one thing I noticed is it's still saying 10 seconds, and I went a lot higher in exposure, so that doesn't change. I think what that 10 seconds does is when you first connect your camera, whatever exposure time you start with, that it stays on there. So we'll probably just go into a negative count. Let's see. Let me have a look when it comes up. Right now it's saying 00/10, bottom right corner that I showed you earlier with that countdown. What we can do is I can just easily close the program down, restart it, and I would be okay for the exposure. I can start it at that because my darks are saved. Okay, that doesn't look good at all. Let me see what's going on with the guider. Guider is okay. Exposure is too much. Okay, let me just cut down the exposure. Okay. Okay, so we're going 45 seconds. You can see the peak is way too far off to the right. That's why you leave everything right now except for saturation at default. Something definitely shifted. But I framed it nice. We got the whole thing in. By the way, this is the VRC10 again that I'm using. And focal reduction is my 0.75 2-inch Melicam reducer. It is an Apple reducer. So it's Apple corrected. And the longer outer portion of the MFR52. Well, I'm going to use AstroToaster, so for now, Bob, I'm going to just leave everything at default. I'm going to adjust it. Yeah, always default. I'm going to adjust it with this after. I just want to collect my data. All right, there we go. That's not bad. Now you can see the peak, the blue is really dominant. Okay, now watch this. We're going to go. I'm happy with that. I got enough signal there. Let's go into time lapse. Let's change that to NGC 6888. And let's have fun with this one. And start. All right, we're going to capture 20 images. Now I can always stop it if I want to later, but it's better to do more than what you need, just in case you decide later, hey, I want to go longer and stack more. It's always better to have too much than not enough. Make sure the guider. Problem with my guider is I have to keep it on the second monitor now because it tends to freeze up in Maxim if I have it on the other monitor that I'm viewing Melicam Sky. And when you guys are talking to me and I click on to read what you're saying, it covers over Maxim, so I can't see my guider errors. So I'm just going to hope that my guider goes, because with this camera, it's even more crucial to have your settings lined up proper, tracking proper, because it is interlace. Okay, I'm just going to go for 1 sec to uncheck all these. That's good. And back to you guys. Okay, we're into AstroToaster now. So let's let it go for a few seconds. I'll leave this up so you can see what I'm doing here. Now you won't see a change in this because this is Melicam Sky. So far we have, let me just make sure I have it. I don't know why it's saying 0. Okay, that's 0, 0 because that's only one image. Okay, let me just make sure that we've caught 1 out of 20 so far according to Malachem Sky. Now we caught 2. So there we go. We have that one there stacked. All right, good. Okay, so that is the Malachem Sky. And back. All right, let me just adjust this. All right, so I'll just reset it for now. Let me just fiddle around with the contrast a little bit. I'm just using the mouse key. Okay. Yes, that is correct. I'm going to do the color in a second. There's some shift there, it looks like. Could have been a little bit of a shift, it looks like. I'm still doing okay. There is green here, if you notice, and here. That is a software issue in Malachem Sky that they're working on. Rock was saying that it is software, it's not firmware, so luckily the camera doesn't have to be, something's distorting. Send it back. Let me just see what's going on here. I'm getting some sort of distortion. Check my guider again. Well, it seems okay. This almost seems like it went wide for a second. That's weird. That should be going brighter. Okay, that's better. Something's going wrong with this. It's almost like a rotation happening. I wonder if I have something to check mark. What is this preview? It's a preview. Let me see what this does. 36. Okay, that automatically checks when I do that. Or okay, no. You need it checked so you can see the preview. Okay. It's 4-4 stack. It almost looks like a rotation happening. Something's not lining up proper on this side. Okay, let me reset this. Let's see. A cloud there, but there's nothing else. There's a few clouds. This thin cloud here and here. It almost seems like something threw off. Because you can see there's a rotation happening. You guys see that? It's rotating this way. Definitely a rotation happening. Something happening there. I thought it did. It's supposed to. Let me see in here. Stacking limit, none. I should select the stacking. No stacking limit. I don't want a stacking limit. Select best percent for stacking, 100%. Star detection threshold is auto. Yeah, it's best to leave it on auto. Auto detect stack. I'm going to put a check mark in there. Dark frame factor is 1.0. So it is supposed to correct for any rotation, Warren. I don't know what's happening there. Definitely isn't correcting there. Guiding's been going okay though. You can see the single image is sharper. Definitely. Look at the stars right in the corner here. A little bit better. Lots of blue pixels too. Yeah, a lot of blue pixels, and I do have the dark frame on. And our exposure is only at 45 seconds. Okay. No, even this is blurred out. We've captured 7 out of 20. Start back again. I won't be as aggressive on that one. Yeah, me too. A little bit better. See how that just sharpened right up there? Something's not working proper. That just pulled right in sharp. Definitely something's off. And it almost restarted. It says stack 1 of 1. Let me see the program here. Oh yeah. It dumped a few of them. That's interesting. It did dump a few. So it's restarted. Okay, let me just try that again. It's good there. It's a lot better there. Oh yeah, definitely. I wish that we were able to do this in the single image on with Mellencamp Sky. I really wish we were able to do it like this. This is very similar to Milo Slick. But unfortunately, because it's interlaced, it can't be done. That's looking not too bad there. You don't have to capture a lot too. That's only 2 of 2. Out of the 9 images, the first 7 were dumped. I think there was some tracking issues, so it just dumped them all. So it started over again. So we only have 2 of 2. And that's fine right there. At least you can use this adjustment tool live. So even if you want to stack just 2, 3 of them and use this tool, you can get it live. Yep, you could do that. You could just capture 1, yep, 1, or you might as well capture 2 while you're at it, 2 or 3, and then adjust it. Yeah, you don't have to go up to 10 or 20. As I said, that's only 2 there, and that looks very smooth. You mean in here? Oh, you mean, I know what you mean. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's try that. Take a snap. Okay. Oh, I can't snap it yet. Let me stop the, I'm capturing images. Let me stop the exposure. Stop time. Okay, so I stopped the timer. Okay, now I snap. That is a snap there now. And we can go to sharpness. We can try unsharp mask. Let's see. Let's put the radius. Sure, 25. Yep. You can try your color toning. I haven't used any of this before. And you can undo. You can undo that. Gamma histogram. How do you do the color balance using this? This is just a local color correction. I'm just going to see what happens that way. Nothing. Yeah, it's getting into too much processing for me. I like this one is good. Just gets into too much processing for me. I feel like I'm back in the CCD imaging again. Unsharp mask, filtering. Oh, this is all the filters. You got Gaussian and all that. Image stacking. Now this image stacking is only in the video. It's only if you captured a video and you want to stack images from the video. Where is curves? Is curves, That's not curves. Is gamma your curves? Under image. Oh, color. Okay, there we go. Color. All right. Well, that's pretty good. That's in real time. Wow, look at the blue is so strong. Oh, jeez, when I hit OK, it changed. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was real time. Look at this. If I go to color, if I lower the blue, it shows you in real time. See that changing? And you think you got it where you want it. You hit OK, and then it changes again. I would bore all you guys to death doing this on here. I say forget this. Close. Hang on, cancel. Let me make sure I have the right one. Close. Modify. Do you want to save changes? No. Yeah, I did years ago too. Forget that. That's too much work. That's why I like my Melicam. All right, let's go into the RGB first. Well, let's work on this live image. Okay, so blue. Oh boy, we gotta wait though. I know we have to go up to about, let's try about 60. Okay, let's wait it out. Can you imagine if you were doing color broadband? You'd be waiting 5 minutes. Thank goodness broadband's in black and white. You don't have to worry about color to work with. Yeah, that's right, Bob. See that? I had to wait, and look at it. I went too far. I went too much with the blue. All right, let's go to blue again. Let's go back the other way to about 45. I could hit white balance, but let's just see what happens on this one. This is why I was using AstroToaster. Look at that distortion. Something's not lining up proper in that, but that's okay. We'll stop this one. Check all. Yeah, Rock says don't use the white balance, so I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to use the manual. Yeah. Actually, Rock says lower the red because the red is strong, which makes sense. But tonight I'm having problems with blue, not red. Because this is EXU HAD chip, it's very strong in the red. But don't forget, I'm using a filter, but this Lumicon Deep Sky allows all IR to enter. It doesn't block it, cut it. So I don't know why the background's so blue. All right, I'm just waiting for this. There we go. So that's about right there. You can see it lines up pretty good. Now, let's go into the gamma. Close that one up for now. Close that up for now. Let's go into the gamma. I'm going to put it up to about 130. Try and get this peak over to the left. Let's try and get the peak more to the left. Hopefully we don't get a color shift. Keep my fingers crossed that the color doesn't shift on me. It shouldn't, just by adjusting the gamma. It should stay pretty well overlaying one on top of the other, the RGB. Now, if you want to adjust your color in real time, I'll show you guys how to do that using your histogram. But then you cannot adjust the histogram on all three colors, though, at once. Yeah, you had the dark skies. That was nice, Bob. Okay, you can see that it did darken a little bit. All right, I'm going to try and bump the contrast to about, the other way, to about minus 30. Let's go up to about minus 1.45, say, on the gamma. Contrast, let's go about minus 35. All right, let's see what happens there. That's too bad. Yeah, I hate the clouds. To me, the red looks a little bit dominant. I'm going to just lower the red a touch in the background, right about there. That's a lot of rain, yep. I hope the contrast didn't go too high and I blow this out. Wow, it's a lot. This is why I really like my Mellencam Exterminator, the XT428 and the Exterminator 828. I do like them because they give me instant feedback right away. Okay, now, this is how we can adjust for color. That already refreshed, so I'm not going to play with contrast. You don't need to go any lower than 35. There's no sense going that way. Sometimes it's better just to leave it near zero, and I should do that. Let me just put that back to about no more than minus 10. You don't really want to lower this too much. Brightness, I'll go down a little bit. Minus 20. Gain? No, if I went up in gain, it would go more to the right. If I went lower in gain, it would put it more to the left. More gain is more brightness. Lower the gain will drop this to the left. If I increase the gain, this will go to the right. But then if I drop the gain, I'll have to increase the exposure, which is like a catch-22. There we go. That's not bad. See, our contrast, we lost a little bit there. Just go back up a touch with the brightness. And go, oh boy. You just touch that and it just fires away. Okay, let's try it there. Yeah, it's catch-22 for sure. If you lower this, then you're going to get a bit smoother image, but you're going to get less data within that same time frame of 45 seconds. Now, if I lowered this gain, Definitely this peak would go to the left. The RGB would go to the left. It's pretty good right about there. We lost some of the contrast, so let's see on the next refresh what happens. Gamma, yep. Gamma more to the right. This will go to the left. And I'll show that. Let's wait for the next refresh. Yeah, I'll show it all the way across. Just waiting for this next refresh. It should come up soon. Oh, you're very welcome, Bob. There it is there. So we got the contrast back again. Now watch this. If I put that all the way to 180, 1.80, watch this peak will drift to the left. It will go darker in the background. It should. It's probably going to clip the data. Not bad for 45 seconds though. Yeah, there's a lot of sweet spots with this camera. You're right. Once you find a sweet spot, you just got to get used to learning how to know how much effect moving these sliders will have on your image. And then you know how much to move them. The worst part for me is just waiting. I'm not used to that. I'm spoiled with my exterminator. That's good. From home, wow, a lot of light pollution. There you can see it just kicked in. It went darker, so it did go to the left quite a bit. But I think it's a little bit high. What I'd do is probably put that back to, let's go back to about 160 and drop the brightness to about 125. Oh, especially nebulas. M57 is a very easy object to get in light pollution. It's a bright object. It's a planetary nebula. When you're dealing with reflective type nebulas or emission type nebulas, it's a different story. They get washed out so easy in light pollution. The dumbbell, the ring, those are easy. Did it? Wow. I'm surprised. Because that's a planetary. It's pretty bright. It's not as bright as 57 though. That's for sure. I'm just waiting for this next refresh. Oh, clouds. I hate those thin clouds. Speaking of that, let's see. No clouds. I don't know what that's a bedroom light, believe it or not. That's a bedroom light from my neighbor. That's inside the house. So that's a single image. I really can't get that too much better. No, not really. Let me just have a look. We got clear skies. I'm going to take a look and see what this light is, because this is on the east side. No, not really many stars. Let me see. I think I have to reset my Melicam sky. I'll stop the guider. Let me just take a look up here and see. Yeah, that's a bedroom light. That's actually the bedroom light and the bathroom light of my neighbor. That's just showing. That's it. That's only The bathroom light is the brighter one. The bedroom